Hello children, in the last class we have taken the first stanza of the poem The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Today we will be doing the second stanza. Before starting the second stanza, let us recapitulate the first one. In the first stanza, the poet, as a traveler, is in deep introspection. He's thinking hard and analyzing in his mind as to what are the positive and negative aspects of each road and which is the right path. In human life too, children, the choice that we make has an impact on our future. So, we need to be very, very careful in making our choice. Now, let's start the second stanza. Then took the other just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had worn them really about the same. The poet here decides to check the other road, but he realizes that it is very similar to the first one, just as he has mentioned it here. Just as fair. Just as fair means it was just as same, as good as the first one. He ponders for a while and then decides that the other route has a better prospect because it has been less traveled by and still looks very grassy. Now here he says it has a better, perhaps the better claim. That means it seems to be better than the first one. Why? Because it was grassy and it was less traveled by. Wanted wear means it was less traveled by. This just proves that the poet was willing to take risk and was adventurous. He even wanted to explore the road which was uncommon and unique in itself. You can even say that. He wanted to discover what was new in that road and why less chosen by the people. Having taken the choice, the poet started his journey. But after walking along some distance, he realizes that even the road he has taken has been travelled by many, though as far that the passing there has worn them really about the same. That means it was also walked by, travelled by many travellers. It was same as the first one. Here, how the poet's assumption and thought was opposite to what the reality was. Because he thought that it was less travelled. But now he is realizing that it was same as the first one. Maybe the poet is regretting on his decision. Children, many a times the decision taken by us in our life may not be always correct. If so, we should always be wise in taking a decision. So that's all for today. Till then, you are going to read the poem properly, try to comprehend yourself, and then I'll be coming up to do the third stanza in the next class. Till then, read properly.